Welcome. This is going to be a video on how to graph a function in your graphing calculator. I realized that I wouldn't even be able to teach this lesson live because I can't hold up my graphing calculator for you guys to see easily. So to graph a function, you're going to go to y equals, and then you can see that I have something in there right now, which I don't want. So you can just push clear to get rid of it. So you don't want anything on any of these. The other thing is I have plot 1 on. You can see it's highlighted and I don't want that. So to turn it off, I'm going to go up to it using the arrows and click enter. So then that way it's no longer highlighted. Okay. The other thing before we graph anything, we are going to go ahead and go to window and we're going to adjust the window. So the window is essentially what you can see. So it's really the x min and x max are your domain, where the y min and y max are your range. So I'm going to go ahead and make it -10 to 10. So keep in mind when you do the negative, you want to do that negative sign. And FYI, you should be following along with me. It only makes sense. All right, so we're going to do -10 to 10, and then that you just leave. That just means it's going by ones. And then we're going to do the same thing for y. So -10 to 10, -10 to 10. Then I'm going to go back to y equals, and I'm going to go ahead and graph x squared. So the x button is right here next to the alpha. So I'm just going to click x. And there's a couple different ways you can do squared. One is right here. The other is using this button. We call it the caret. So you can do that raised to the second power. Okay, so x squared, and then we're going to go ahead and click graph. And you should get a lovely graph. Awesome. Okay, the cool thing is you can go to, where is it? Table. So you can go to second graph, which is table, and then you can see all of the x and y values. So if you were to graph something by hand, you could put it in your graphing calculator and then you can look at all the x and y values, which is pretty helpful. Okay, let's do another one. I'm going to keep that one there. So now I'm going to do x squared, and I'm going to say plus 12. Okay, so you should notice a problem here. We're not seeing it. So that is where you have to adjust the windows. So several times when you're graphing, you're going to be constantly adjusting the windows. So keep in mind, so since it's the y-intercept is going to be at 0,12, then we want to make this bigger. So we want to adjust the windows so you're able to see it. So I'm going to go ahead and make the y max like 50, since that's what the y-intercept is. And then I should be able to see it. So the more you do this, the better you'll get. So the blue graph is our original, the red is the new, okay? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and clear these just for fun. And then I'm gonna adjust the window back just because I don't like that it's not proportional. Okay, then go back to y equals. All right, let's go ahead and do the square root. So to do the square root, you do second, and then square root. So second square root, let's do x and then -7. Okay, and then go ahead and graph, and we can see it. So I can't really see a ton of it, so I need to make my x max bigger. So let's go ahead and make it 30, and then let's go ahead and graph it. So see, now we can see it a little bit better. Okay, so that's really how you graph something. So you start with y equals. To go back to the graphing screen, you just go to y equals. To get out of this, you can do second mode, and then that will take you back to the home screen. Easy.